This is day 126, the convex mirror lab, and then some time to review. The first thing we're going to look at is the printout of this. The purpose is to find the image location and the focal length of curved mirrors. And these are going to be curved like the outside of a bowl, known as a convex mirror. Relevance. We are seeing concepts from lectures and real situations. Success. I will compare my answers to other people's answers. Part 1. Now, you're going to have to do this kind of thing for the semester exam. So do not take this lab as being sufficient for learning the skills. You really should try to practice this on your own. In the first part, we will find the image in a way that is similar to the sailors used before World War II, looking at something from different perspectives. We will use the Fedoti equation to find the focal length. Step number 1. Place the mirror so that the front surface is at the 12 centimeter mark of the ruler. Place a red nail upright at the 1 centimeter mark. The red nail head should cover the number 1 on the ruler. You should see the image of the silver nail in the in the mirror. Okay, so here we have the general situation. We have a ruler here, and we have a red nail at the 1 centimeter mark. The head of the nail is right at the 1. We have the mirror here, so that the front edge of the mirror is right at the 12. I can see that the 12 is right at the back edge of the mirror. Almost got it there, I got it. Okay, and then we have the silver nail, and it is at the 24 centimeter mark. So when I look in the mirror, I see the image, right in there, I see the image of the silver nail that's up here, and then I see the red nail behind the mirror. Okay, step number 2. Have one person look straight down the ruler to see the 2 nails and the images lined up. So I can see in the mirror here, there's the image of the silver nail, and then I have the red nail right behind it. Let's try to get it lined up even better. There we go. And I can see the silver in the mirror, and it's right under the red nail that's behind the mirror. They're lined up. Silver image lined up with the red real nail. That's if you're looking straight down the ruler. Number 3. Have a second person to the left of the ruler and get in a position to see the image on the left side of the mirror. That's like this. The second person should be in a position so that the red nail will have its head just out of sight behind the mirror. So there's a second person's view. And we can see that in the mirror we have the silver image right there, and then off to the side is the red nail, and the bottom of the red nail is just hidden out of view behind the mirror. Number 4. Have a third person on the right side of the ruler get into a position to see the image on the right side of the mirror. The third person should be in a position so that the red nail will have its head just out of sight behind the mirror. So the third person is going to be over here, like this. The red nail has its bottom just out of sight behind the mirror, and in the mirror itself I can see the image of the silver nail, and that image is distinctly to the left of the real red nail behind it. Next step. step number 5. To find the location of the image, we will move the red nail so it gets lined up with the image. No matter how we look at it, no matter who's looking at it, we're going to try to get it all situated so that the red is always lined up with the silver. Right now this red is to the right of the image in the mirror. I want to move this so that it's right above the silver image in the mirror. The people on the left and right do not move. The fourth person slowly moves the red nail towards the mirror. The people on the left and right should be able to see the red nail above the mirror. Let's see this above the mirror here. And while this happens, the people say when the red nail looks lined up with the image. Okay, so from this perspective, I'm going to move this up, move it closer. And can you see that now the red nail is right lined up with the silver image is right here, and it is lined up with the red nail behind it. Now let's look at the other person from the other perspective, and look, it's lined up too. And in the middle, it's lined up. Everybody, no matter how they look at it, sees the silver nail image lined up with the red real nail behind it. So that means that the image and the red nail are in the exact same spot in space. So once again, the location of the real silver object is right there, 24. The location of the mirror is at, let's try to get this lined up, is at 12. And now look at where the red nail is. It is somewhere between 7 and 8. Let's say 7.7, 7.6. You want to get the center of the red nail. Where is the center of the red nail lined up? Okay, so this distance here from 12 to the 7.7, that is the image distance, because we put this red nail in the same place as the image. Everything was lined up. This is the image distance, and then from the 12 centimeter mark all the way up to the 24 mark, that is the object distance. The silver nail here, that's the object that we were looking at in the mirror, its reflection in the mirror. Okay, so we have DO and we have DI. You're going to use the Fedoti equation to figure out the focal length of this mirror. Okay, next. It says move the mirror so that the front surface is at the 16 centimeter mark. Okay, so the mirror is now at 16. The object is still at the 24 mark. That has not changed at all. But the DO, the distance from the object to the mirror, is different because we moved the mirror. It's at 16, that's at 24. What's the distance in between? Okay, now we're going to slowly move this red nail up so that it lines up with the silver image in the mirror. Okay, that looks like it's lined up pretty well. We see in the mirror the silver image here and the red nail behind it is lined up. Now let's look at the other perspective. Nope, that's not lined up so well. We have the silver image here, and then to the left is the red nail. That's not lining up. Let's see if we can maybe twist the mirror a little bit. Maybe the mirror isn't exactly lined up. This is still lined up pretty well. Let's move a little bit closer. Okay, now that's almost lined up. Oh, that's still off a little bit. That's a little bit better. Almost there. Here the image in the mirror is on the right side of the nail, and over here the silver image is on the left side of the nail, so we're just almost there. Okay, now that's lined up, and I moved the mirror rats. Okay, that's lined up there, and almost. Back it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to call that a success. We see here in the mirror the silver image, and it's lined up with the red nail behind the mirror. And then when I move for this perspective, I still see the silver image and the red nail lined up. Since they're lined up, no matter how I look at them, that means that they are in the same space, the same location in space. So the red nail is where the image is of the silver nail. The image and the red thing are in the same spot. Okay, so once again, the object location is 24. The mirror location is at 16. Now let's look to see where that was the mirror image, the mirror location. Now this is the image location. Slide this up, and it looks like the center of that red nail was right at 13. So what is the difference here? The difference between the mirror and the red nail, that's the image location. Image. The distance between this and the mirror, that is the object location. I'm sorry, the object distance. This is the DO. You have to subtract 24 minus 16, and this is the DI. You have to subtract 16 minus 13. Use those differences, those lengths, to figure out the Fedoti equation, solve for F.